The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the Crank. A cryogenic conundrum. 7 cores, and all is not well, uttered Old Fort Road's rogue rooster at exactly 1/2 this grey autumnal morning's lucky hour. Seconds later, one marauding magpie cackled in response, as if gleefully contemplating whatever present or impending misfortune had been sonically expressed by his feathered companion. Perhaps this winged bandit had incited the commotion by following its predatory instinct to rob absent parents of their precious unhatched fledglings and leave every nest in the vicinity irreparably vandalized. Regardless, this incanted warning message accordingly coincided with a second ambient alarm call provided by a household appliance not known for its ability to rouse mortals from states of profound slumber, or acquired for the purposes of doing so, namely, our Bosch fridge freezer, rated an average C for energy efficiency and purchased from an official Euronics centre less than a year ago to replace a terminally broken Beco, whose irreplaceable thermostat had succumbed prematurely to integrated obsolescence, a universal pandemic precipitated by manufacturers of humanity's most indispensable machines to ensure their businesses remain profitable. This particular unit was well inside its 3-year warranty for parts and labour, and fortunately not covered by any form of extended care plan from crooked third-party insurance companies that would likely classify any functional defect as typical wear and tear and refuse to subsidise the resulting cost of repair. However, one pair of exceptionally sensitive ears required an urgent remedy, and given that any local engineer would charge an extortionate call-out fee, the task of both diagnosis and a potential fix initially fell to me. The noise was emanating from the freezer compartment and best described as a resonant buzz, as if a gremlin had sneaked into the sealed rear cavity and was using a miniature pneumatic drill to destroy dozens of critical circuit boards. After the eternal solution of switching on and off had failed, I waddled the ailing device out of its alcove, a process which took almost half an episode of The Goon Show to accomplish due to the kitchen's uneven tiling, whereupon the noise significantly softened. Opening the freezer and removing its 4 drawers further lessened the din, which seemed to oscillate in time with a hum from the compressor's motor, whereupon I concluded that it might be originating from the contents and not any misaligned moving part. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that a full tub of lemon zest in the 3rd drawer down had shifted several inches left, causing it to slide out of its groove and vibrate against the compartment's plastic panelling. Relocating this neglected grocery to the topmost receptacle wholly restored the unit's cacophonous rattle of distress to a familiar and contented purr, and emphatically justified a supplementary snooze. Bag it out. Supermarket Colossus Tesco have allegedly introduced a range of eco-critical carrier bags designed to structurally fail within 5-mile journeys from the checkout when loaded with over 5 kilograms of groceries. It is thought that this innovative scheme will raise further awareness of the ongoing environmental damage caused by non-biodegradable waste and practically emphasize the irresponsible risks that those who continue to rely on it are taking. An anonymous spokesperson supposedly stated that shoppers should be prepared either to rely on their pockets when picking and packing 5 items or less, or invest in one of the retailer's reusable bags rendered from a variety of sustainable materials, including upcycled wicker and fair trade straw. The controversial initiative has sparked outrage from a large contingent of carbon-neutral customers who believe it favours motorists making small trips between checkouts and the trunks of their cars, during which the artificially weakened plastic is less likely to rupture. One anonymous spousal partnership, based somewhere in West Sussex's idyllic village of Southwick, and known throughout their community as pillars of eco-consciousness, lost more than £200 worth of edible groceries when 4 fully loaded carrier bags hung from the handlebars of their orange tandem bike simultaneously snapped under stress after the duo had pedalled across a succession of sleeping policemen. We take pride in recycling and are fully aware of the detrimental effects that profligate waste is having upon our planet, claimed the 7-year married couple, who are currently actively involved with several local conservation projects. But this campaign clearly has unintended consequences. We fully intended to use these bags as bin liners for disposing of general household refuse. Now 33 overripe bananas, 3 litres of mineral-free mineral water and a fortnight's supply of Uncle Nessie's vegan bolognese sauce aren't even fit for food banks. No place like home. An unlogged and reposeful afternoon roll around Shoreham's metamorphic mecca for those mildly obsessive fitness fanatics, fostering an acute aversion to recreational exercise venues festooned with mirrors, deprived of fresh oxygen, and whose card-carrying members pay prohibitive monthly fees for the mandatory privilege to wear loose-fitting string singlets. This peaceful and practically appointed residential peninsula has also been lauded by its proud local communities of pedal pushers and pavement pounders as a veritable Swiss Army knife for omni-seasonal circuit training, where kicking curbstones form perilous assault courses, even for the most fleet-footed pooch walkers and their furry companions, whilst turbulent headwinds from all known compass points, excluding magnetic south, can be constructively utilized to simulate savagely steep slopes across perfectly flat surfaces. I'm thus regrettable that the highly evolved altimeters in today's smartest bike computers rarely award barometric bonuses to those riders who brave the foulest conditions, though according to the Night Critters Gazette's senior tech correspondent, Strava will soon be introducing a groundbreaking dynamic metric that accounts for elemental elevation, with a figure of effective meters being derived from an incremental scale of the rider's velocity into breezes strong enough to visibly bother some Beaufort's pole-bound weather vanes, conjure whistles from the masts of moored catamarans, and casually capsize the average wheelie bin.